The Hills and the SA Under-23 men's. James Harris here, and alongside me is Dan Peterson. Welcome, Dan.
Thanks, James. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you. We are underway. It's a straightaway 0-2 count. Jared Farrell ahead of the count here, pitching for the Hills Heat. Alex Hopton is catching. We'll go around the diamond when we get a chance. Strikeout, 3 pitches. And Caleb Zackley is the first out of the game. Dan, thank you for joining us. This is a much-anticipated clash between the SA Under-23 state men's team. It's an invitational team to the state championship because we're sending our inaugural SA Under-23 men's team away.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Under-23s have got plenty to prove coming out today in this final. Head away next week, James, is that correct?
I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Then they start Tuesday.
So plenty of washing tonight for the White Pants. Ooh,
this is Lachlan Marshall swinging the bat for the SA Under-23 men's. We'll just call them the 23s from now, I reckon. It's a long name. 0-2. Jared Farrell working quickly here. Low for a ball, and Marshall hops out the way. Trying to sell it a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, he just missed the inside there, a little bit low. Good spot to throw.
High for a ball. Marshall has been a shining light for this Under-23s team. It's got good hands, good speed, really goes for the ball in the outfield. And we'll go down swinging. So 2 outs, both strikeouts. Jared Farrell pitching to Alex Hopton. Luke Andrews at first for the Hills. Archie King at second. Cooper Goodman at third. Harry May at shortstop, obviously.
Absolutely.
Luke Moyle left field. Angus Wilson centre field, and Tom King out in the right side. This is Riley Carianis. Swing and a miss.
The 23s are looking aggressive with the bat. Don't want to hang around. They know Jared's going to be throwing around about the right spot, so they want to be trying to make some good contact early.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Finn Langford, Graham Klinke and Lachlan Abbott on the bench for the Hills men's team. Strikeout looking. So Riley Carianis, the third strikeout victim for Jared Farrell. Those just new to our broadcasts, you might not know that Jared Farrell is an Australian representative through a no-hitter against New Zealand in the final of the Oceania Championship late last year in American Samoa, and they qualified for the men's worlds in the same event, and Farrell threw a shutout, and my sources tell me that there was the first shutout by an Australian against New Zealand since the 2009 World Championship final. So for those that don't know, he goes all right.
He certainly does, Jamie. He's been putting in a lot of hard work. Certainly paid his dues to get back into the team. He's been doing very, very well, and I'm sure Jared's really excited for the upcoming Open Men's Tournament here in SA in March.
Of course, SA hosting Adelaide, right here, West Beach, Gunner Land, hosting the 2024 John Reid Shield. That's the Open Men's National Championships. It's from the 5th to the 12th of March, and got a pretty good lineup, the state team. But this team here on screen going away just next week. We'll go through the Under-23 defensive lineup. Caleb Zackley pitching to Riley Carianis. James Goslet at first. Evan McAllister at second. Axel Western Chapel at third. Cooper Pedersen at shortstop. And the outfield left to right, Jerome Vanocchi, Christian Rothel, Chris McLeod. Lachlan Marshall's the DP. On the bench for them, Ajax Western Chapel, Michael Yeager, Cooper Covenado and Jake Pendleton. You will note that the invitational teams, not strict national championship rules, so you'll see Coach Jerome Vanocchi and assistant coach Chris McLeod having a bit of a run around as they play the final, but they're also trying to nurse a couple of players through the rest of this tournament because they do start next week.
Yeah, so hopefully they can get a bit of an insight from what the view's like from the outfield and support the boys on the diamond. Hopefully they've got an assistant coach back there in the dugout to keep them all motivated. Hopefully the 23s do very well today. Me being a Hills boys, obviously I'd like the Hills to come away with the win, but there'll be no bias from me today.
Well, we never have bias in the commentary, do we?
Never.
And I will never stand for anyone who accuses me of that. There's no doubt about it. I've got my favourites, and I don't care what you say. Well, here we go. Caleb Zackley is wearing uniform number 40, doing the pitching for the 23s. Harry May to lead off. First pitch swinging deep to right field, opposite field. It's over the head, and it's a home run. First pitch, Harry May goes deep to centre right, and the Hills go out to a 1-run lead.
Yeah, Harry May's been in fine form with the bat through this season. He's been working hard, lots of time in the nets, obviously with open men's training as well as normal club up in the Hills. So he'll be very pleased to start off with a home run for his side in this game.
Get excited, Dan. That's a home run, mate.
Oh, as I said, there'll be no bias. There'll be the same tonal. Real monotone today.
There's the C-Max replay. Got all of it. And that is a 4-base hit for Harry May. Well, back to the action. Archie King swings and misses on the first pitch and goes behind the count 0-1. Gets after the second pitch and drives it to the right side. So great hands from the Hills men's team going opposite field with the ball.
Yep, Archie King's just returned with the under-18 boys, SA boys, where I was told he hit a 300-foot bomb there as well. So pretty good with the bat of late.
Jared Farrell comes up to bat, folks. He can hit as well as pitch. Gets after that first one as Archie King takes off, looking for a stolen base.
Yeah, probably a little bit high for Jared, that one there, but he's normally good enough to make that contact.
So all the under-23s earlier in the day, they were up and about in the dugout. Bit quieter today. Shows bunt, stolen base attempt. Karianis throws out Archie King for the first out. That's going to excite the red team.
Yep, all it takes sometimes for a team is something small like that to get them up and about, especially after a home run. I think the 23s certainly need something like that to boost their spirits.
Here's the C-Max replay. Farrell covering up, showing bunt. Perfect pitch out and good throw off from Riley Karianis. And there's the tag out made.
Bang, bang play. Tough call.
Farrell fouls and will be behind the count. Just emptying his boot out with sand, I think. We've been going since early Friday morning. As Farrell fouls this one off. Good spot from Zackley to stay ahead of the count. Going since, early Friday morning, the public holiday, and we're going to start Thursday, but we had 40 mil of rain. Yeah,
that's a lot of rain. You've done a fantastic job getting the Diamonds up to speed for the Saturday. No, for the Friday you played here, didn't you?
We played here Friday night, home run derby, and then the 8 p.m. game. So Fields took the 40 mils, and we're actually able to get it up. And thanks a lot to all the men's A-grade teams that helped with the preparation as Farrell grounds to the shortstop. That's Cooper Pedersen, who is going to get charged with the error.
Yeah, got the bad bounce on that one there. Maybe a couple of marbles sitting down in front of him. Jared Farrell now on first base with Cooper Goodman up to bat, who we all know can send the ball quite over the doghouse. Farrell will advance to second.
There's Jared Farrell on screen, watching for the signals. I reckon Arden picked early today. Second signal for Riley. Low for a ball. Cooper Goodman, known long ball hitter.
Also very disciplined in the box. He's quite happy to accept the walk if it's offered, and also quite happy to send one 400 foot.
Goes high in the air, outfield's deep, so Pedersen's going to have to do the fielding. Gets a glove to it, but it spills. And back-to-back errors for the shortstop. We'll see runners at first and second. C-Max replay. The ball goes very high. Tough to catch them in these tricky West Beach conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a bit of a breeze that comes across the ocean, which can make that ball move around a little bit.
Hopton goes first pitch, just out of reach of the shortstop Pedersen. Farrell turns 3, taking on the arm of Vinoki, short of the cutoff, and
will advance home as well.
Yeah, Cooper Goodman will get home. The cutoff through to third didn't look like he was ready for it, and he was going to be out for all money too.
Yeah,
here's a look at the replay
one
here, Dan. Hopton gets to first easily. The second play was not at the plate. The shortstop cut it off, so that was the run that scored from Farrell. It's 3-0.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where the communication is key. You really need to know when you need to cut that ball or let it go through.
Luke Andrews to the plate for the Hills. Aggressively gets after the first pitch. Man mountain, this guy.
Yep, certainly is. Looking forward for a nice hit here from Andrews. Good pitch by Zachary.
Hopton on 2. There's 1 out. Timeout called from Zachary. 3 early runs for the Hills. It's a long road back for the 23s from here. Jared Farrell, it's tough to get 1 on him, let alone 3 in a game.
Yeah, certainly going to be a tough fight back from here. Lovely change up from Zachary then to dismiss Andrews.
Yeah, for the second out, so we'll see a courtesy runner for the catcher, Alex Hopton. Lockie Abbott comes in to run from second. This is Luke Moyle up to bat. Missing the outside edge. Yeah, tough to score a run on Jared on the best of times, and we mentioned that at the top, didn't we? He hit through the no-hit shutout against New Zealand recently.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly, the 23s have certainly got their work cut out for them now. Okay.
And a good play from the left-handed second baser, Evan McAllister, for the third out over to James Goslet. And Luke Moyle is retired. 7 batters, 3 runs scored on probably you'd charge 3 errors to the 23s in that inning.
Oh yeah, absolutely, James. There's obviously a little bubble in front of the shortstop, and then the fly catch as well. As much as the wind does have a factor, that's this challenging game we play, and that's why we work hard to be as best as we can be. So yeah, unfortunately 3 errors gives away 3 runs.
Well, it's the 78th state championship that we're playing this year, and for the second year in a row we've had a record equaling number of men's teams. 3 divisions being played, A grade, B grade and C grade, and these 2 teams just top the A grade men's, and B grade being played right now. I'm not sure, but I believe we've got Riverland, Vikings and... No, Riverland versus Hills Masters are in the B grade final. So thanks for that, Bill Benedictson. You'll hear from him in the A grade women's matchup. Top of the second inning, Axel Western Chapel up to bat, trying to end the run of strikeouts that Jared Farrell has at the moment.
Yeah, Axel can hit. He's plenty of power, so hopefully he can jag something off here from Jared to help support his 23s team. That Jared is looking in fine form.
Strikeout swinging for the first out of the second inning. James Goslet will come to the plate.
So that's a lot of state champs down here. James, have you been part of half of those?
Not quite half. 13 titles for my troubles. Missed out this year. Goslet swing and a miss on the first one. Fouls this one off. You mentioned the State Open men's team. All of the State Open men's team players are playing in this tournament except one, Dan.
Oh, yeah, that's right, James. Unfortunately, I did think I was going to be away this weekend, which was an error on my accord. So I thought I'd come down and support the boys and give you my velvety voice.
There you go. You give me one, I'll give you a cheap one right back.
Yeah, you beauty. Thanks a lot, James. Really appreciate it.
Strikeout swinging James Goslet, Evan McAllister, the new hitter. Swing and a miss.
Jerome throwing out plenty of signals. Hopefully they more than swing away.
Pokes at that one over the top. Just couldn't keep up with the pace.
Another strikeout for Jared Farrell.
So 6 batters, 6 strikeouts for Farrell. We can just mention a couple of our broadcast partners, CMAX Clinical Research, MC Sportswear, and of course Spacequake Sports. This is the 8th season we're calling live softball action, thanks to Softball SA, Spacequake Sports, and can't do it without our broadcast partners, the likes of CPC, Commercial Partitions and Carpentry. They just chip in some money to help out with some of these broadcasts. Mentioned CMAX and MC before, and we really are appreciative of it. If you've got a small business you want to advertise or promote, you can use our platform if you like, and send some money our way to help pay for some more broadcasts. We'd love to broadcast the Open Men's. The more games we can promote the men's game, the better, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely, especially the growth and the talent that's come up through our juniors here in SA for the boys. Any bit of support we can get. So Tom King just come back from Nationals under 16s. So a monster of a kid. 15 years of age. It's great to see this Hills team putting in blooding in some juniors.
Yeah, 4 teams from the Hills this year. They had 5 last year, but I would suggest that good shot, but a great pickup from Pedersen at shortstop. The throw's in time for the first out, so not a bad piece from King. No,
a good piece. Excellent fielding by Pedersen. That's certainly a little bit of a confidence booster from the first innings, and that's exactly what he needs. So I'm sure he's going to be letting nothing else through that area. Angus Wilson up to bat now. Now, Angus can hit. He has got a lot of power behind him.
Yeah, Gus is also on the Open Men's team for 2024, making his state team debut. So is Dean Snushel, and if you want the best wedding photographer in the business, you contact Dean Snushel. He's got all the gear.
Yeah, I've seen some of his photos, and they are fantastic.
Also in the Open Men's team, Dean Snushel.
Absolutely.
Enough promoting his business, he doesn't pay us for that, so we'll get back to the action. And Caleb Zackley has got a 3-1 count here on Gus Wilson.
Oh, and chases the high one. Good pitch there by Zackley.
Wilson's shown some pretty good discipline throughout this weekend, and that was the first sign that he swung at one wild.
Can be hard as a batter. Well picked up there.
2 quick outs for the 23, so a little bit of confidence. As you mentioned, they've retired the last 4 batters, but we go round to the top of the order, and Harry May up to bat.
Yeah, as I was saying, it can be a little bit daunting being in the 7, 8, 9 hole, especially after your lead-off batters. If you start off the game with a bomb and some real good hits, you want to try and keep that momentum going. But Angus did see some good pitches. Just chased a couple of high ones. Harry May, generally really good pitch selection.
He's one of our finest, isn't he, at the moment? He's just tearing things up wherever he goes. I've had a sneak peek of the Team of the Year awards, and he's missed out on a gong this year. He might be disappointed with it, but he was very high up in the MVP voting. That'll all get announced at the presentations after the A-grade women's grand final.
And there'll be some very deserving winners there as well, James.
Didn't get nominated by his own coach, and that's how he missed out.
Is that right? He's looking very strong and solid at the moment, Harry. He came out last year straight off the couch. Wanted to certainly bulked up and he started to slim down now, and you see the power that he has from his new diet.
Harry Bay knew the count. Played umpire Mike Bendel just lost the count there for a moment. We're to full. I was looking down. I thought, oh, no, I missed one.
No, Harry knows exactly where he's sitting at the moment.
Reaches for it outside edge. McAllister dives for it, but just fumbles it. May takes off for 2. That's great base running from Harry May. How's the diving effort from the left-hander at 2?
Yeah, not bad at all. I think Softy was a little bit slow to come in on that one. But once again, from Harry May, disciplined batting, good contact hitting. Did what he needed to do for his team to get on base. He knows he's got the firepower behind him to move him around.
Well, I've given him a single for that one because it was beyond an extraordinary effort there from McAllister. He had to break hard to his left. And then he had to dive for a backhand play.
Yeah, that's right.
And it just tipped the glove. So I'm crediting a single for Harry May. He's gone to 2 on the play. Archie King now up to bat. He's got a hit in this game. Ready? Fouled the first one off. He fouls the second one off.
Yeah, certainly a hard play for a lefty at second base. Did a fantastic effort to get there.
Low for a ball, gets away from Carianis, and Harry May will trundle across to third.
'23's got plenty of work to do still. I can hear their bench certainly supporting Zackley, which is fantastic to see. Getting right behind him.
King goes after a high one. It's going to drop short of left fielder Jerome Vanocchi, who was fielding very deep for that one. As King will get his second hit of the game and an RBI.
Yeah, I guess that's one of a blessing and a curse sometimes when you have player knowledge and you know that Archie King can hit a long, high ball. Maybe a little bit far back on that one there, but kept it down to a single, but obviously still scored the run.
Jared Farrell fouls this off. This is the longest I've gone. Longest I've seen him go without putting the ball into plays. He's fouled a few off so far in this game. Ground ball to shortstop that was errored in the first inning.
Yeah, he's not letting much of a chance there, Jared. He's generally swinging at higher balls he'd normally swing at.
Now, Caleb throws in the heels. He throws at Namstra as well. We haven't seen him in a couple of months. He's been touring the world or something. Farrell goes
laser
hard to the left side. Vanocchi just makes a meal of it, and Archie King's going to score from third. Farrell will stand up at 2, and the score now blowing out a little. It's 5-0 after 2 really good plays at the top of this inning for the 23s. They've just given up 3 hits in a row.
Okay, so we have Lockie Abbott coming in as a replacement runner for Farrell.
2 out here in the bottom of the second inning, and Cooper Goodman also chasing high. So we've seen a little bit of aggressive, let's call it aggressive hitting from the Hills. They're swinging outside the zone a little bit. So maybe they're sitting on a particular pitch. Maybe it's coming a little slower, but making them pay. Just putting that little bit more extra pressure back on the 23's pitcher as that one bounces before it gets to the plate. Cooper Goodman will play for the under-23s team next week, but decided to play for his home association this weekend.
Yeah, and Cooper's going to be a massive insert to the 23s team. You pretty much put Cooper anywhere on the diamond, and he'll be one of the best players you have that plays that position. So a huge asset to any side he plays in.
Yeah, not many better in the state, although this team, this Hills team, is spoilt for talent, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they've got obviously a large association. That one has gone. It may be over the light post. Nope, hit the lights.
That is a massive hit from Cooper Goodman. We saw a few of those during the home run derby on Friday night. Just unloaded and nearly took down the light tower.
It wouldn't be a bad thing. You maybe get that one replaced with some LEDs. We'll see how that works up there, James.
Well, let's have a look at the C-Max replay. Zackley just tubes it, and Cooper Goodman watched it as well. Got a good look at it. Ricochets off the light tower, and who'll get a bill from us, I reckon, if that doesn't turn on later tonight. 4 hits in a row. Put another 4 on in this inning, so they go out to a 7-0 lead.
Good pitch there.
Alex Hopton now up to the plate, bottom of the second. Just get that score bug updated to 7 in a moment as Hopton leaves that one for a high pitch and a ball. Just 3-1 count. Just looking around the diamond at what their next pitching option might be. James Goslet, maybe?
Yeah, Goslet can certainly throw. There's not... yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Vanocchi actually brings himself in to have a bit of a throw.
Hopton hits a long foul into diamond 9. For a ball, and the catcher will get a walk, and then he'll get a speed-up runner.
Which will be Lockie Abbott again. Hopefully he's warmed his legs up. I think he's coming back from a hamstring or a calf tear.
Is that right? Didn't do that during the Masters, did he? Playing for the Marchio Sausage team?
I think he did it just after the Masters for his home club, Macclesfield.
Oh, they're up by 7. He should be called out just for looking like stealing. Luke Andrews is the batter in the box. Foul ball for Luke Andrews. He strikeout victim his first time up.
Hungry for a hit.
It's a landscape business, Luke Andrews.
He does, I believe. He only just started about 12 months ago. Doing very well, I believe. Already looking to expand.
Yeah, throw just offline there from Carianis as the centre fielder Christian Rothel does the cleaning up. Abbott gets around a third. Stay tuned. This is a double header for Spacequake Sports. The A-grade women's final of the 68 state championships will follow about 20 minutes after the completion of this game.
One for Andrews.
It is a shortened tournament. We play 70 minutes. We will, if we start an inning, we'll finish it, but just because of the time frames around more games to play, as this one's hit high up into centre field, and the 23's outfielders have been caught short a couple of times, haven't they? They're just fielding a bit too deep, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of missed hits here from the Hills, just getting under it a little bit too much. A lot of pop flies. It's really important to know how your pitcher's throwing and set your field to support him as best as you can.
Luke Moyle back to the plate. This is the 9th batter of the inning, and the last 7 have been with 2 out.
There you go. Very interesting fact there, James.
Carianis tries to throw out Andrews at first with James Goslet finally getting into the game.
Yeah, Carianis does love a good throw out. He's been working really hard on his throws and exchange to really make sure he's got every opportunity to have that runner out, either on first or third.
Carianis hit 2 home runs in the one game in the preliminary final to get into this game against the Hills, and he will back up the 23s with the Open Men's right here in March. Assistant coach Bill Benedictson keenly watching by. He's the assistant coach of the team. Joint assistant coach with the man to my left, Dan Peterson.
Yeah, plenty of support around the Opens this year, which is fantastic to see. Nearly an all-SA team, which is fantastic.
Yeah, one draft player from New South Wales. Luke Moyle goes down swinging. So 2 strikeouts in the game for Caleb Zackley, and 5 runs put on the board from the Hills to go out to an 8-0 lead. We are 36 minutes in, so just about the halfway mark.
Still plenty more softball to come.
Hill sticking with the main man, Jared Farrell. Harry May, of course, the left-hand option at shortstop. When we went around the diamond and I said that Harry May at shortstop, obviously, it's a story that he told me while I was on base. And he said, I was playing shortstop, obviously. Backs himself, doesn't he?
He certainly does, and you know, you love that confidence. You love the confidence.
Hasn't had a play yet. Jared Farrell has faced 6. He's struck out 6. And the next, I was going to say victim, the next batter up to the plate is Chris McLeod, assistant coach of this team.
Well, the odds are in the Hills' favour, Jared throwing and his strikeout rate in this current game.
That could have been a called or a strike swinging, I think.
Yeah, I think that would have been a strike either way. McLeod not happy with it.
Gets a piece of the ball off the glove of Farrell, off the glove of King. And Chris McLeod's the first base runner for the 23s.
Well, fantastic. It's good to see a runner on base for the 23s. We can start to do a little bit of play work here.
Here's the C-Max replay and the lead-off runner as well, the lead-off batter. So good options. Here's Christian Rothel. I was hoping you might call if it was a hit or an error on the C-Max replay.
Well, how are you going to write that down? E1, E4?
It wouldn't give an error to the pitcher because it come back pretty hard. And because it come off, deflected off the pitcher's glove, do you give the error to the backhand play of the second baser?
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, I know I certainly would not like the error playing second base off one like that, but we've got some pretty hard scorers around here in SA.
Bill's calling it a base hit to Chris McLeod, so that breaks up the no-hitter for Farrell. Base hit to 4. Let us know if you're a scorer at home, what you would have scored that as.
I think 23s, I think Jerome's certainly missing an opportunity not being as a base coach here. Got a couple of young lads base coaching. Oh, well, here he goes. Oh, he's the man of the moment, so fantastic.
He's the flex in the game, right? So he's fielding, playing left field, but he's not batting, so he should be up there.
Yep. Chopper. So he's come out now. Ooh.
And a second hit to second base for the 23s. You love to see those choppers, don't you? The as a coach, because the ball's hit into the ground and
bounces
it's
high.
Mayhem for the fielders.
Absolutely.
Here's the C-Max replay. King actually waited for the second bounce, but he would have been safe anyway. Speed of Rothel.
Okay. So
Runners at 1 and 2.
Let's see what the 23s can do here now.
This is Cooper Pedersen, also a home run hitter in the preliminary final. Ajax, Western Chapel, also a home run hitter in the preliminary final. So the bats were alive. Look at Cooper Goodman off the end of the barrel, basically fielding at third base, expecting this bunt to go down.
Yeah, well, they're in the right position to be doing a bit of short play here to advance some runners around.
Swing and a miss on 3 pitches for Pedersen. So from the first 9 batters, 7 strikeouts for Farrell, 2 infield singles. It's the first out, back to the top of the order, and Caleb Zackley.
Yeah. Now Caleb can hit.
Can run, can bunt too.
Yeah,
goes for the long ball out to deep centre right. It gets
hit.
in between the 2 outfielders. A run is going to score McLeod. Zackley's in trouble here, but shortstop Harry May takes his eyes off the play. Rothel will score on that. Well, Harry May, the shortstop, should have made the tag there on that runner off the base. We'll have a look at that in the C-Max replay, and then gave up a run going home. So Hills have given up 2. It's an 8-2 ball game. Let's have a look at this shot from Caleb Zackley. Drills it outfield in this time round. 1 bouncing into the Bob Burns blinds sign in the centre right alley.
Yeah, fantastic piece there by Caleb. I think a little bit of lack of communication there for the Hills there. Saw Caleb safe returning back to second, and then obviously that little sneaky still home while Harry May was snoozing. So,
well, that miscommunication might be a result of how they've gone so far this tournament. Hills have only given up 1 run up to this point, so I doubt any or many balls have gone to the outfield.
No, that's right, but you know what it's like in softball, James. You're always going to be ready.
Carianis just going. Oh, not Carianis, that's Marshall. They're both lefties.
That's right, Carianis up now. And he said Carianis has been hitting. Got a runner on second base.
This is Riley Carianis. Watches the first one get through for a cool strike this week. Cool strike.
Yeah, great question.
We'll ground it back to Farrell, who makes the play over to Andrews for the 3rd out. 1-3 in the book. 8 strikeouts for Farrell and an assist. Here's the leading team's C-Max replay. That's when you're supposed to say something.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, James. I was actually just watching the replay. No, nice easy out there for the 3rd out. Jerome make some changes here in the field. Maybe a pitcher change. I'd probably be expecting to see.
Yeah, Goslett's come out with ball in hand.
Now, I haven't been down here this weekend, James. So how's young Goslett been going on the plate?
He's putting an honest performance in. A star at third base, though, I'm told.
From Bill Benedictson. Obviously had a blinder, absolute blinder yesterday on third base. So hopefully he can transfer that to the pitching mound.
All right, couple of changes, as you mentioned, Dan. We've got a new pitcher, James Goslet.
Oh, had a catcher.
The new catcher is Chris McLeod. We've got a new left field. No, Jerome's kept himself in.
Carianis going to first base.
All right. We'll let's go around the diamond here. We got James Goslet pitching to Chris McLeod. Riley Carianis is at first. Ajax
at second.
Weston Strapple at second.
Axel will be at third.
Axel's at third. Cooper Pedersen stays at shortstop. Jerome keeps himself at left field. Rothwell stays at centre, and
can't quite see who's at right. Could that be Jagger?
no, I think Evan McAllister, the second base, has gone out to right field.
McAllister, okay, yeah.
Which means that Caleb Zackley's come out of the game, and then everyone else has changed positions. except for the short, third and left fielders and centre field.
Yeah, well, five runs down in the red. There's no harm in mixing up a little bit. Have Tom King up to bat now for the Hills.
Or 6 runs, if you're good with your maths.
Oh, sorry, mate. I read 3-8.
Bottom of the third. You're not a maths teacher, are you?
Oh, I teach everything.
Oh, do you?
My friend, yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was looking at your paperwork, not the screen. Oh, there's one.
Tom King, the hitter, gets a single up the middle. So positive, another positive start from this Hills team there. Hard to stop batters that go 1 through 9, making their changes themselves. Smoking Joe Harvey will call timeout just to make sure that the substitution is announced. Angus Wilson's coming out, Finn Langford's coming in.
So Hills are blessed. They've got a lot of state players on their team. Finn Langford just came back from state under 18 boys as well. So he's been putting in a lot of work over the Christmas break. Hasn't had a break, so let's see what he can do here with the bat today.
Thank you.
Well, not a cloud in the sky here for the final day of the 68th Senior State Championships, which is a little bit different to the last couple of years where we've had torrential rain.
Yeah, well, it was looking that way, obviously, on Thursday, James.
Yeah, we've got 40 mil here.
Yeah, we actually had a little bit less.
And I'm known to
Hills.
exaggerate, right? But that is not a word of a lie. 40 mil of rain here on Thursday, Friday. So
Yeah, no, you had plenty of rain. I did see a photo of the diamond. It's been good for sliding practice.
up by 6 runs, the Hills have decided to go short game. With Finn Langford, Harry Mays on deck. He's got a bit of work to redeem himself after that play at short, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely.
Finn looking for the long ball. So start to see the two Adelaide teams turning up. They'll face off in the women's A-grade final. Adelaide Lions versus the Adelaide Tigers. There's Mount Gambier warming up out at deep centre field, playing in the B-grade final against Port Pirie.
Ooh.
Finn Langford will go down looking. So single, then a strikeout for James Goslet.
Good start for Gozzy. Good start. It's good to have a strikeout early when you've just come in. I didn't see him warming up beforehand, so I think he's come in cold. Harry May is, as you said, James, here looking to redeem himself.
He's done all right so far. Home run to lead off the home half of the first inning, and then he got the rally going for the Hills in the second inning, where they had 2 out from the first 2 batters, and then they poured 5 runs on.
Down the dirt for Gozzy for that one there. An apology to Chris.
Apologies, 4 runs in the... Did you get 4 runs on your scorecard?
I'm not recording the score there, James.
All right. Well, 8-2, 7-2. There's a deficit at the moment. We'll see if we can get an update on that score soon, as May swings wild, fouls off a high ball.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's had to adjust his zone a little bit. I think the last 2 may have been a tad high in Harry's eyes, so making some small adjustments here now to stay alive.
2-2 count. It's low, but he does enough to rip it up the middle for a single, and will advance Tom King to third. May will advance to second on the throw. 2 runners now in scoring position.
Once again, great adjustment by Harry. Had his big swing, and then team at bats just to get on base. Knows the firepower coming up behind him with Archie King and then Jared Farrell.
In these timed games, generally get 3 turns at bat. 2 or 3 turns at bat, and or ground ball first pitch.
Good pick up.
Cooper Pedersen in 2 minds about playing home or first. Decides to go to 1.
Got the out.
And gets the out, yeah.
Yep, great arm, great pick by young Patterson.
Yeah, the runner from third took off. That was Tom King on the hit. So Patterson knew that he didn't have an out at the plate, so he's gone to 1 for the default. There's 2 out now.
Yep. I'm sure the Mount Gambier girls on the outfield, left field fence there are keeping an eye on the ball here, just in case something comes flying over.
Well, he's due, isn't he?
He is due.
We put high expectations on our men, don't we?
We certainly do. And Harry May in no hurry to come home. Playing more the gentleman's game right now. Just missing that one.
Yeah, Jared famously won the MVP and Best Batting Award in the 2020 National Championships.
Yes, he did. I'm sure he'll be looking to do that again this year as well.
And
oh, close call. Wasn't quite sure. Shake it off. Right. Maybe got stung by a bee on his right hand there.
high for a ball, and he will get a walk. No, to finish that story that I was about to tell, he won the MVP and Best Batting Award at the 2020 National Championships, and I said to him, you know, well done, mate, you deserve it. And he said, you know, it's not that hard. You just have to get 2 hits in a game. Every game. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, okay. Right.
It's as easy as that, is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Get
yeah.
2 hits every game.
Yeah. Well, that's a goal for everyone then, isn't it?
Well, he's short of that today. He's been on 3 times for 3, but an error in the first inning, a RBI single in the second, and a walk in the third. The reason I mention it is that we've got to pick a best player.
Oh, okay. Our best player. Well, I think Cooper's doing all right so far at the bat.
We'll call it the MC Sportswear Player of the Game. C-Max sponsor the Premier League, but MC Sportswear for the better part of 3 decades have supported the state championships. And Harry May's got 3 for 3. He's got a home run. Cooper Goodman's been on twice, one from an error and a home run.
Maybe another one there.
Watches this one. It's his 2nd home run of the game. It's a 3-run shot, and the lead's going to blow out to 10.
Yeah, as I said at the start of this game, Cooper is certainly a player of force and certainly a major piece of strength for any team he does play in, and he's proving that today.
C-Max replay shows that he gets a good look at it as well, admiring his own work, and Jerome's dreaming if he thinks he's going to touch that.
Maybe it's a little bit of a stretch of the legs.
Alex Hopton is the new hitter. Normally we see Alex Hopton's power in the game. We've yet to unleash it yet. Oh, Joe Harvey's going to make a change.
He did hit a hard foul ball to left field before taking his walk last at bat. Right, Joe Harvey's decided he won't make his change. He'll let Alex hit.
So Cooper's your favourite for player of the game so far. I'm going to say Farrell's 8 strikeouts in 3 innings and 2 hits and 3 runs across the plate have given him a go. I'm with you with Cooper. All right, the game I hit 2 home runs against the 23s. I also hit a double and a walk. Didn't get a vote in the MVP. So I'm not dirty about that, but that's okay.
Forgotten all about it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we just started the conversation, and Cooper's name was the first one I mentioned. So, yeah, unfortunately for Cooper, nothing in the field.
High. Under at third base. Shortstop now takes the catch in the end. It looked like Axel Weston Chappell was getting himself set. Here's the C-Max replay, but shortstop Cooper Pedersen, just watch him where he steps and then had to back and take a catch. So
yeah, lucky it worked out well for him.
Third out.
Couldn't quite hear any voice in that play. They both looked like they were hungry for the ball, but Pedersen good enough to get back and reach out and take it. So ends the inning for the Hills.
Another 4 on the board.
Another 4 on the board.
And as we reach the 55-minute mark, about 15 minutes to go. So I'm going to suggest this might be the last inning, as we don't start any new innings with 5 or less minutes. But we will complete the innings that we start, and with the home team Hills Heat way ahead, we probably don't need to finish or complete that next inning. So Graham Klenke comes over to first base. Lockie Abbott into second base. Any other changes there, guys?
Not that.
Archie King goes to left field.
Finn Langford centre. Don't know if you said that one.
Finn Langford out to centre. Yeah, he took over from Gus Wilson. Well, stick around after this game, about a 20-minute break, and then we're straight into the A-grade women's final between the Adelaide Lions and the Adelaide Tigers. Bill Benedictson and Pete Williams are going to call all the action. We don't have the Tigers lineup yet, but I can tell you it's a started team, both teams. Sophie King, Zoe Thompson, Tara Lord, Sophie Roberts, Chelsea Martinez. That's just to name a few from one team.
They've traded wins against each other, both one-run games.
Bill, you don't have your headset on.
I know. I'm just
Okay, he's telling me that they've traded wins. So they've faced each other twice in the minor rounds, both teams with a win over one another.
Well,
so should be expecting a close one. This one, bit of a blowout. Here's Axel Weston Strappel.
That there's generally the spot where Axel likes those ones as well. '23's got plenty of work to do. Wouldn't count him out.
Well, Jared Farrell just trying something funny there, and
You can see the smile on his face.
Well, him and Harry have
no
just had a bit of an internal joke there. It's and then he just fires one straight back in there. Yeah, Farrell on that last pitch didn't do a full windmill. It was almost like a half slingshot, half windmill action.
Yeah.
Bill Benedictson's famous for his mixing up of pitches on the plate. Didn't pay off when I played him, but that's okay. He'll remind me of the one time he got me out.
Surely you've sent Bill
Full
over the fence
count
at some
and
stage.
on the change-up. He takes off for first base, cops it in the back for his trouble. Well,
Running through
first
the wrong
base
track.
umpire Pete Fairley just has a word to Axel. He's been called off for running across the line. So he changes his direction. Yeah, Graham Klenke was setting up on the outside, which meant that Axel had the line for the inside base, and he crossed over. Like F1, can't cross over if someone's going to overtake.
But, you know, that's there's something good to happen out here, especially with the boys going away tomorrow. Because if that happens at Nationals,
Learn, yeah.
you absolutely learn from that mistake there. So,
Knowing that the runner doesn't always have to take that orange, it's about avoiding collision. And in that case, he was probably inciting that collision.
Bill, we're going to have to get you a mic, mate.
strikeout here to Goslet. That puts the 23s 2 down early in the piece. So sorry, Bill, you had,
You
let's
hear me
welcome Bill Benedictson to the
Hi, everybody.
to the mic.
I was just saying on that play at first there, the orange bag, you don't have to take the orange bag. It's about avoiding a collision. So once that ball's, the first baseman takes that orange bag and comes to the outside, the batter has to go run through the white bag.
So a costly mistake for the 23s, but it is a learning experience for them. That's why they're here. And side away for the 23s. Okay, under 23s 2, Hills Softball Association 12.
Just looking at the umpires, whether checking their watch. When 10 runs up.
They may call it here, or they may let him go again.
I guess they can let them bat till time or finish that inning. They are supposed to, well, I mean, when the game's, they can't possibly score the runs to tie it.
No, well, we are in, what are we in here, James? 4th inning.
Okay.
This game started at 12:30, 70-minute ball game, so
10 minutes to go.
it'll probably finish in about 10 minutes' time, and then we've got a quick changeover for the A-grade women that'll be live. And for those that are interested, you make sure that you check out the old ball game, all things baseball and softball. Magnificent reporting from Robert Laidlaw. We'll have some photos and some reports of these A-grade finals coming up. Play ball. Sorry, not all. That must have been the old one. Play ball, all things baseball and softball. He is the #1 reporter of baseball and softball in the country. And we're privileged to have him in this state. Now, I've missed the end of that inning because I was setting up Bill, giving him a microphone because he had so much to say.
They had a little tapper to finish that up. We're just talking about that play at first and being hit in the back there. He did have to go to the white bag because first base. So I'm just saying it's a misnomer. They don't always have to hit the orange bag if first base takes first
on a drop third strike.
On a drop third strike. If they take that orange bag and set up outside, then the runner has to take the other bag.
Graham Klenke is the man in the box. Dubs, they call him.
Dub.
Hot Dub.
Hot Dub.
James Goslet doing the pitching for the 23s. Klenke gets a nice piece of the ball and goes up the middle for a single. Dub.
Dub.
From the Hot Dub. because we've only got a quick 20-minute changeover, I'll start to say my thanks now to Dan and to Bill. Thanks for joining us on the coverage. You will hear from Bill Benedictson and Pete Williams for the next game that starts at 2 o'clock. Lockie Abbott gets after the first one into foul territory, and it's a new player over at first. Cooper Covenado is a draft player for the SA team. Just gives Lockie Abbott a life. For the Adelaide Tigers versus the Adelaide Lions. So stay tuned for that. And thanks to Spacequake for broadcasting the state championships once again. Down in the dirt for Chris McLeod, who prevents Clinky from getting another base. Just an advance notice. Spacequake Sports will be acknowledged during the presentations of the state championships around about 3:30. Won't be broadcast, but great recognition to Spacequake Sports. We're in our 8th season, so they're going to get a service award from Softball SA, and the numbers don't lie. Over 8 million video views on Facebook alone. That doesn't include YouTube. That doesn't include our ratings from NITV or Channel 44. They've brought us the likes of the Denzo series back in 2018, couple of national championships as well, 23s, Gillies Shield, and the combined under-17 event. And
fantastic coverage, yeah.
All those coverages have got millions of views.
The fact we can go back and watch SA Open Women's win that national championship in 2022 over and over again in fantastic quality is the best.
Dan, do you know who the head coach of the team was?
Oh, I believe that may be this man sitting next to me, Mr. Bill Benedictson.
He famously said to me that he inherited a Ferrari that could drive itself. So don't give him too much credit.
No, you're right. I said that. Just didn't need to crash the car.
No, he magnificent job. Broke the 66-year drought as Tom King hits the ball hard and
hard hop.
No one at second.
Yeah, Ajax has done really well there. The shortstop left him stranded. He was looking for the play up the middle, and he fires it across for Covenado for the second out. Is that Casanado? Casanado.
Got a really tough hop. This second hop really comes up almost barehanded.
Yeah, nearly jams it up.
And did well to go to make the flip over to 2 and not throw that ball, because there would have been a throwing error on him because there was no one at 2.
Langford, first one is in the dirt. Clinky scores. Lockie Abbott's trying to score from second. And James Gosler makes the tag.
I said James Gosler, he's everywhere. He's been the star of this 23s from what I've heard. So.
Well, he won a MVP award for this tournament last year, playing for a lesser team. Great to see him up in the A grade this year, showing that he can mix it with them.
Yeah.
Lockie Abbott just ridiculously trying to score from second on a pass ball.
Maybe he's been given the signal to speed it up a little bit to see if they squeeze another inning in, but I don't think that's going to happen.
2 out now for Langford.
That should be the third.
Pedersen fires it across for the third out. So that will be the ball game, and it is the Hills, your 2024 state champions for the A grade men. Let's see if we can get a shot of the Hills team celebrating their state championship win after this. MC Sportswear replay. Good play from Cooper Pedersen over at shortstop. There they are, your champions, and aren't they stoked?
The excitement is off the charts.
They gave up 3 runs for the entire tournament, and that might be a reflection of their celebration, because
just business as usual, eh?
That's it. Congratulations to the Hills team. I'm going with the guy that threw about 10 strikeouts in the game, got a couple of hits. Harry May a close second. Cooper Goodman for his 2 bombs in third for our players. MC Sports Player of the Games. Thank you to C-Max. Thank you to MC Sportswear. Thank you to the gentleman to my left. Thank you to Spacequake Sports. Be back in about 20 minutes. Go have a break, grab some lunch, and we'll see you in 20 minutes for the A grade women's final in the 2024 68th edition of the state championships.